Hey YouTubers, thanks for coming back. Welcome to another edition of my biking obsession. Today, we're going to talk about one of the comments. It's FTP. Yeah, that's it. What is FTP? It stands for Functional Threshold Power. And basically it's a measurement that tells you how good your endurance is over actually 1 hour. And it's measured in watts. And I don't know if you've all know what watts are or not, but watts is a measurement of energy. So 100-watt light bulb is a good example, or the watts in your car, or maybe your e-bike if you have one of those. So for example, your watts could be 300 watts. That's my functional threshold power. And take that with a grain of salt. When anyone ever tells you that, they always bump up their watts by at least 10 or 20 watts. Dirty secret, I thought you might want to know. So anyway, how do you measure that? Well, you need a device on your pedals or in your crank or on your stationary bike that measures watts. So that puts that power and measures what you're doing. And every once in a while you take a test. They're called ramp tests. Well, the short version is called a ramp test. You could do a 20-minute test or an hour-long test, but most people do a ramp test where they keep you at a certain watts for a minute, then you go up another minute, and then up another minute, and you go until you fail, and then there's like special math behind the scenes that figures out what your FTP is. And then you take that number, so let's say 300, and you punch it into training programs, and it tells you for all the different training you're going to do, what FTP level, what power you need to be using to be effective in that training. So basically, it helps you improve your endurance, and it's just a measurement. So you would only care about FTP depending on your goals. If you want to race road, or you're trying to improve your endurance for some long gravel event, you might want to use it as a measure to help you. That's basically all it is. However, there is a little bit of a dark side to FTP. It's kind of like you start using it and it creeps into everything that you do on your bike. You start looking at your watts while you're riding. You start comparing your watts to your friends. You try to look over at their monitors, see what kind of watts they're doing. It ultimately takes over your life, and you start to gain some kind of, like, you put self-worth behind it. I can't keep up to my friends. I better impress my FTP. Did you hear what he said his FTP is? My God, 500 watts. How does he do it? So you can use it for good, or you can use it for evil. It's up to you. It all depends on what you focus on. It's kind of like watching your weight. If you step on the weight scale every day, all of a sudden, all you can think about, at least all I think about, is what am I going to weigh tomorrow when I step on the weight? So please don't let it take over your life. So again, helps you measure the progression of your endurance. And that's it. The rest is all the evil side of FTP, and don't go there. Don't let the evil side win. So interested, do you use FTP to train? What kind of events do you use FTP to train for? I'd love to hear about it. So send me some questions in the comments, and thanks for tuning in again.